Now, the good news is that your level of responsibility or the checklist of things that you need to do as a participant of the survey is really quite short. In fact, my colleague Leanne Sims and I, another person who's invested a lot in Fileye, one of the things that really drew us to this tool beyond the fact that it seemed like it was an excellent data gathering tool was that it put very little burden of responsibility on you. So one of the most important things you can do, and we really encourage you to do, is to tell your students that this is happening, and that you're choosing to participate in this. Share a little bit of what I've already shared with you so far, and explain to the students that the reason you're doing this is because you want to collect information on their experience to improve your practice. That in accordance with the calendar that has accompanied this PowerPoint presentation, that these surveys will be delivered on a cycle several times throughout the semester, and that you'll be getting regular reports, and that you genuinely care about what they have to say. Perhaps most importantly, that their responses will be anonymous. So you will have access, for example, as a faculty member, to what your students say, but it will be anonymous, so you will not know, nor will we know on the Fileye side who's saying what. And mostly on the Fileye side, we're going to get a pile of aggregated data. So this is a tough issue. You can tell by the events of summer 2020 that there's a sensitivity, there is a lot of hurt, there is anger and confusion around this issue. And so anonymity is one way to hopefully manage that sensitivity and also behave with total respect for all parties and maintain folks' safety. So perhaps the most important thing to do is to emphasize that, and then also emphasize why you're doing this and that this is important to you. Also, that when they receive an email that is from Fileye about participating in the class, to not junk it and to open it. We'll send some other reminders as we get closer to some of those cycles, but that's the big piece. Also, the only other thing after that is if a student, for example, if the survey link goes out on a Monday morning, and some students say, "Well, oh my gosh, on Thursday I forgot to do it, or I didn't do it last week," that the cycles will generally stay open for 2+ weeks, and they'll have time to log in and complete it when they can. So remind them that there's a lot of flexibility. And basically, that is the totality of your responsibility. Pretty great.